welcome to Lex's Teen Angst, episode 3. When I think of March, I look back on it fondly. It was a good month. Some good shit happened. Sometimes. So without further ado, this is March.
Watching.
The month didn't start out great because I sided with my biggest fear, needles. Maybe not my biggest fear. My biggest fear is death. But like, needles are up there. So to start off the month right, I had a vaccine in my arm today. And I'm not great with needles, but I was pretty good today because I kind of forgot I was having them, so I didn't have time to panic. But my arm has been pretty fine all day, until now, when it really hurts. My arm is fine now because it's almost 2 months later, but now I won't die of meningitis, which is always good, because remember, my biggest fear is death. At the end of May and beginning of June, I will have my GCSEs, which are my final exams for any non-UK viewers. This month was my mock exams, which are the practice run for what's to come. This is my second round of them. So I did a lot of revision, or at least I thought I did, because looking back on these clips, I procrastinated a lot. So it's a pretty nice day outside and I'm stuck inside revising, so I've decided to take a break and go out for an adventure, because, as Pixar once said, adventure is out there. Have you noticed how I'm doing a lot of the zoom in on your face? It's probably very uncomfortable. I'll stop doing that. So I'm taking with me the adventuring essentials: water bottle, keys, wallet, earphones. I would have sunglasses, but I don't know where they are, so I guess I'll just walk around blind. Backpack on. Let's go. We're abandoning this path because it's very muddy and slippy. So I need to find another way to go.
I don't think I can take another sleepless night.
This road is so long. I have been walking down for a good 15-20 minutes.
Rest my tired mind instead of
I vaguely know where I am, but I have no idea where the fuck I'm going.
and everything I do.
Adventure is over. I think that's enough outdoors for today. Sometimes I didn't even go outside. I just stayed in and watched BoJack Horseman.
Back in the 90s, I was in a very famous TV show. BoJack Horseman, don't act like you don't.
Now I could be revising. Or I could be watching BoJack Horseman. You can't see that. BoJack Horseman. You still can't see it. It's BoJack Horseman. Yes, those clips were filmed over 2 separate days, and it happened pretty much every day. Following on from this theme, this month 2 of my favourite artists dropped new music, and I freaked the fuck out. Okay, but who told Frank Ocean he could release new music without telling anybody? Again, I'm still shook from Lorde. I wasn't expecting new music for like at least 3 years. What the fuck is this? I mean, it's lit though. It's a bot. When did Frank Ocean release music regularly? I've waited for this for so long. Lorde just released new music, and I'm shook. Now you're probably thinking, don't these monthly videos usually have a segment where Lex talks about a film that he saw? Well, this month, I saw 2, Moonlight and Beauty and the Beast. Roll clips. We just saw Moonlight. I'm fucking shook. It's the next day, and I think I now have some coherent thoughts on Moonlight. If you follow me on Twitter, you will have seen my initial reaction, but the last video clip that you saw, I was a little lost for words. It was a fucking masterpiece. It was so simplistic in its story and its acting and its cinematography, but it worked so well. After the movie ended and the lights came up, everyone in the cinema just kind of sat there and just looked at the screen in silence, and I want to one day make a movie that elicits that kind of response from people, because it was phenomenal. So I don't know whether I'm just choosing to go see good films, or whether 2017 has bitchin' films, or whether I'm too easily pleased. But Beauty and the Beast was so much better than I ever could have thought it would be. It blew me away. I almost didn't get in because the queue stretched from the cinema to that tower down there. And I was almost certain I wasn't going to get in. And I got to the front and they said, we've got one seat left. But it's so worth the queue, and I would queue for it again. In fact, I will, because I'm probably going to see it again in the next week or so. I actually did go see Beauty and the Beast again. 3 days later, I saw it twice in a week, and I would have gone to see it a third time if that were possible, because it was lit. Then came time for my mock exams. I didn't film much related to that because, as you can understand, it's not very interesting. I just sat some exams. I did pretty well on them though. However, there was a point where I got very stressed and just had a bit of a breakdown. So here's the thing. I've been trying to get February up for a few weeks now, but I'm trying to find time to edit it. And I was hoping to get it done last Sunday, but I got so stressed with other things that I had a breakdown. So I thought, you know, maybe best not do that. And I can't do it now because tomorrow I have 2 exams. And the end of March is coming quite soon. It's the 28th, it's snuck up on me so much. And I was hoping to have February done by the end of this month and I just didn't do it. My kettle's boiled now, so I should probably get back to that. Now, usually I'm a pretty secluded person. I'm pretty introverted. I like my alone time. This month changed that quite a bit. I became way more social than I've ever been, and now I'm going to introduce some secondary characters to this video series. They are my friends. Secondary characters are singing a song while the stars are snacking off stage. Points to you if you know what that's from, because that's an obscure reference and I'm sure nobody's going to understand.
Oh, yeah, chill. He just wants to like.
Olivia, why are you like a starfish?
I want to die. It was the flash.
And I can see your arse.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Apologize for someone seeing your
What's
ass.
happening?
Because this skirt's too small for me.
Why are you like being so aggressive?
Leon, please don't go near the stairs.
Why are the lights dim out?
Mean.
You look hard. Great, now I'm gonna have to put an epilepsy warning on this video.
Who's in there?
My songs know what you did in the dark. So light 'em up, light 'em up, light 'em up, I'm on fire.
So call me maybe.
There's another one. Wait.
A water bar.
Well, let's go to the
Beach, each, let's go get away. They say what they're gonna say. Have a drink, clink, climb the bar, like other bitches like me.
Wait.
I mean, honestly,
Because my head fell back.
fantastic.
You look quite like Joe's back next to you.
Jenna, this was a nice and peaceful moment and then you ruined it.
Shit in between your legs. What do
Right,
you expect? No, come to me.
No, I'm not. My arm is losing feelings.
Now, if you're wondering, Lex, how similar are your friends to you? Well, ladies and gentlemen, meet my friend Sam, who, during mid-conversation, went on a whole speech about his thoughts on the movie Trolls. You know, the animated one with Anna Kendrick and Justin Timberlake.
And the boy, the dick, they go off into a forest. The girl gets eaten like 10 times, singing, and then I stopped watching because she got tied up in a cobweb, and the guy, the dick, just sort of went.
No, it's Trolls.
Trolls. Terrible, terrible film. That's 20 minutes of the film. Oh yeah, and the remix, what is it? Hall of the Mountain King, and it's the worst thing ever. It's so.
He then proceeded to show us this remix of Hall of the Mountain King Needless to say, we weren't impressed.
So you're going to scrap with that free. Solid burn, Branch.
What is this? Fuck.
Listen
Kill
to that.
me.
Yeah! 2017!
To further prove that my friends are exactly like me, we rounded off the month on the beach, in the dark, belting musical theatre songs. Now usually, I pride myself in being a pretty decent singer. Not in these clips. Sorry.
Start to whisper, to follow the farthest star. Move on the darkest inside is who you are. No!
When you're falling in a forest and there's nobody around.
It's funny, but there was too much water. I know it looks like she's breathed herself. I'm like, the water. Then I mischievous.
Ha! I like how it misbehaves.
Who was that?
It's me.
Yeah, it's Leon. And you're not.
But it's nice to know that if I ever make any music related videos, I'm setting the bar real low. And that was March. Much like the other 2 months, it's been up and down, but it was more peaks than valleys. I'm now getting so much more used to pulling out my camera around other people, because just seeing me isn't very interesting. But seeing the people that I interact with on a daily basis, I imagine is a lot more interesting, and hopefully I may be able to do other videos with them, because they're great. And I love them. I said before that I'm usually very introverted and I exclude myself a lot from other people, and I think it's time that that changed, because I love my friends so much. If you're one of those people who are like, oh, I don't need friends, I don't want friends, I like to be by myself, that's bullshit. Friends are great. Love your friends, cherish them, and hang out with them whenever you can, because friends are great. That may be the tagline for this video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next month. Hello and welcome to Lex's Teen Angst episode... Not episode 2, it's March. Why is it so warm? Jesus Christ. It was freezing yesterday and I'm actually sweating. I'm reluctant to put my arms up because there's pit stains. That's disgusting, I shouldn't have told you that.